So we've got this fourth problem, the crossover problem. We have four alternatives, which gives us 6 crossover points. I've already calculated those for you. But the real question in any of these problems is, what do I do with it? The point of these problems is not to make Excel calculations. The point is to make decisions. And so the real decision is, when do I purchase which vehicle? So to do that, we're going to need to complete this table. Already given you the first calculation here, if I can grab onto it. And I always want to check and make sure your numbers look decent. At a quantity of 0, the total cost will be equal just to the fixed cost, which is up here in row 9. And it does match that. What volumes do I use? Well, let's always at least start with volumes that'll capture the all of the crossover points. Our largest crossover point is 400,000. That's just for ease of calculation, and I mean mental calculation. Let's do in increments of 100,000. Would it work if you did something else? Absolutely. But this will be easy to see. And then I have already created the formula for you, so let's just copy it down here. And this has calculated all of the total costs for the alternatives at each of these points, 0, 100,000, 200,000, so on. So let's create a graph with it so we can get on to making a decision. So I'll highlight this area. I click Insert. I go over to the charts, and I want this XY chart, and I want the one with lines and no markers. And there it is. That's the chart, and that's a good chart. It does what we want it to do. We want it to show these crossover points. By the way, if your chart doesn't look like this, then probably what has happened is Excel has misinterpreted what you've done and inverted the axes, and you'd have to go in and change axes from X to Y. So these lines represent total costs. So back here at a volume of 0, alternative C, which has the lowest purchase price, is going to be your choice. It is a lower total cost than any of the others. And you're essentially going, at any point I can just look, and the lowest line will be the lowest total cost. So out here at 100, it's still C. You look at over here at the total cost at 100. The cost for A is 40,000. For B is 32,000. For C is 30,500, and D is 41,000. So the lowest total cost alternative is C. You might even think about just sort of highlighting that. Here's the lowest total cost, and just change your fill for those. I don't know. I mean, just that would sort of highlight it. Once you get to 200,000, A is the lowest total cost, and guess what? At 200,000, it's the lowest total cost everywhere. But you've actually got something going on between 150,000 and 200,000, and for a brief period of time, there's another alternative that's the lowest. Who's beating out alternative C? Well, it's getting crossed over by alternative B. Where does that happen? Well, somewhere in here, we can do better than that. B beats C at 150,000. That's what this means. The XBC means the crossover point where B crosses C is 150,000. So we can already say, okay, I recommend alternative C from 0 to 150,000. I'm recommending alternative B from 150,000 to something. What is that? Well, alternative A beats out alternative B right here. Where is that? That is A beats B at 180,000. So you're choosing B from 150,000 to 180,000, and then you're choosing C. I'll get it right in a minute. From 180,000 to infinity. That's it. You are done.